lord.
Well, we do have a short little wait just before we get into game. We're doing a little bit of a ping test at the moment. We're seeing some pretty high numbers between these two. I think we will be okay. Sorry, I'm trying to check what's going on with the ping.
Y'all can't.
It's going.
Okay.
It is going places. All right.
Y'all can't see it, but this has gone between 40 and 200.
Yeah, it looks like both of them are going to be giving it a shot here. Forest Floor is going to be where we're going to be starting this one off with some random bans. No, I believe this is just going to be a button test. See how bad the ping actually is. Of course, Rivals has this tendency to show you 250 ping, and sometimes it's fine. So, props for these two. Just decide to, give it a look-see, see how it feels. They didn't change.
Oh, and Gun Mario takes the first hit.
Yeah, first hit found. Fortunately, they didn't change the time, so they're not going to be able to load this one out. So we might have an issue in overlay where there's a point deficit. I'm not sure though.
It should be fine.
Yeah, I think it will be okay. I don't know if they're actually going to decide to start on Forest Floor now. Looks like there's some talk going back and forth. This is the magic, of course, of online rivals. Is that sometimes there's just testing turns into a game sometimes, just for the sake of simplicity. Right now, they do decide to start it. It looks like they might be kind of some neutral getting played out. Yes, okay, they are going to start it there. Arno, with the 11% disadvantage, doesn't look like it's going to be hurting her too badly, as we do finally get it started on the Forest Floor.
All right, but there's that wake up down tilt that every Orcane knows and loves. Really good start. Oh, what in the world? The up B in neutral. Like Arno always has some very strong fundamental options that we're not any strangers to seeing, but they're well executed and they're really good. Gun Mario's showing us some stuff that I don't think I've ever actually seen on Zetter.
I'll have that's the Flaming Sino. I'll have you know it's a classic setup of doing up B and trying to do Waveland out of it into a strong attack. The Flaming Sino. I'll have you know. I'm pretty sure at least that was Sino. I think that was Sino. It's been too long, dude. It's been like 5 years.
I was gonna say you're the resident EU knowledge. You kind of gotta not get this one wrong.
It's not even a European player.
Sino's not
Okay, my bad. You're the
I started like right as Sylv and Ellie came out. What can I say? I might be a bit of a boomer in the Rouse community, but not quite.
I started when Edalus came out. I just didn't care.
I started when the game came out in early access. I'm old. Anyway, we're finally seeing the first stock taken.
Yeah, with old, tried and true, frame 7 down strong.
That no one will complain about, regardless of what's happening. No complaints either so far from Arno, being able to just start to push the stock away. She's doing a really good job, just getting a lot of pressure on top of Gun Mario, who's really going to need to start taking some shots at this point. You got 200% on this Orcane. Need to try and seal something out, but really, it's just looking a lot of desperate. As soon as Gun Mario seems to be in these disadvantaged states, just a lot of moves getting thrown out. And I think there needs to be a little bit more precision coming through. There it is, the down smash just come through, but already 105% on that Zetterburn. Gonna need to make some changes in order to find a lead.
I just want to ask a quick question. Dan, what in the world was she supposed to do to survive there?
A DI better. It's only 200? 203 on an on-fire down smash. It does. You just DI a little bit better.
I think traded fire down strong is bugged with Galaxies. Because
yeah, that's...
it's not supposed to like register that way, So I think those are actually bugged.
That one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're convincing me that one was livable. Anyway, but Arno, and just like that, Arno was in such a good position, but Gun Mario immediately going to take things back. The down smash immediately turning into a commentator's curse. I want to be giving some blessings here. Like, just stop turning everything I say into a curse.
Kind of depends on which way you decide to look at it, whether or not that one's a curse or a blessing, but these two keeping it quite even, in defiant of Josh's divine intervention so far. Whether or not Mario's going to be able to keep this one ahead. The damage in that early stock I kind of neglected. Well, even though Gun Mario did come out behind after the beginning of that first stock, it was worth noting there was 200% on that Orcane, so the damage rack up doesn't really seem to be the issue here for the Zetterburn, and that's really your first step. Zetterburn does have a really easy time killing, so if you can get that damage down, that's kind of step one. Whoa! Barely not connecting there. Good air dodge from Arno. going to start keeping ticks on how many down smash kills we get out of Arno this game.
I mean, we've already got 2. We can only get so many more.
I was gonna say it as that's what I meant. Looks like that might be an option though. Arno and Gunmar are both in that kill percent range. Looks like Gunmar is playing very patient, not ready for the side B. And there it is, breaking the trend of those down smashes. Arno goes up game 1.
Kitzel? Oh my god, the empowered side B in neutral actually going to be the one to end it off. And just like that, we only have so many options. Oh, it's still on the table.
Oh no!
Why?
I'm gonna take a brief. I'm gonna take a necessary and an intentional moment of silence until 45.
Arno has betrayed us because Arno said that she was going to ban this stage, and Gunmar said he was going to pick this stage. So we've had a betrayal from Arno. Arno did not got us covered, and now anti-suffering again.
This truly do be the darkest of times.
All right, well, let's try and spin a positive lens on this. You know, we got that beautiful moon in the background, which is, I would argue, more interestingly illustrated than it is on Triplat, green one.
Oh.
Someone called Tower of Heaven, where it's just a sized up paintbrush. And we have a little bit of detailing here, and on top of that, we're actually getting some really good gameplay back and forth from these two. Admittedly, this stage, though we do kind of all have nightmares about playing on it, the gameplay here so far, from a spectator perspective, hasn't been too bad so far.
Oh?
A quick little DBZ trade.
Yeah, and Downstrong actually going to be the one closing it out for Gunmario this time, and Arno's just looking to seal out this stock. And one of the big things about Tempest is that it's actually really good for Zetterburn in mixing up his recoveries, and the large blast zones don't really matter to him that much because he still had the fire strongs. So all memes aside, this is actually a pretty good counter pick for Gunmario here, and Arno's struggling to close this one out.
Actually, really good spacing and hop over the fireball there and still grab that strong hit to the back here. Does seal out that first stock for Arno.
Oh!
Almost putting herself in a lot of trouble there. Does find her way back to stage now, and now Gunmario is starting to throw some spot in the other direction. I'm noticing, like, just there seems to be kind of this, like, hurricane of attacks wherever Gunmario is. Just, there's always something coming out. And that makes it really difficult to approach, especially as somebody with Orcane who really doesn't have too many disjoints that can really deal with those hitboxes. You know, you can swat through bubbles. That's not just super big deal. So, you know, can Arno start to make some changes and try and actually find a way through the Zetterburn? So far, has been no. Gunmario taking a big lead on the second stock. That down smash isn't quite going to seal it, but Arno has to make her way back to stage. She does a really good job of it there. Again, Orcane, just the character with, you know, about 100 terrible recovery options, but you have 100 of them.
The question is, you know, what can you do to cover each one? And Gunmario's starting to go for those reads. You know, that thing that really tends to be an issue once your opponent's at a higher percent. Like, sometimes it pays off, right? But if you're going to rely on hard reads, I feel like a player like Arno, who's been relying more on the fundamentals and adaptation, is going to end up dealing with that. Oh, once again, bring out the Kasuno.
Is it the Kitsuna now?
Is it?
I thought it was...
Did I say it wrong?
What? Who was it?
Which player was it again?
Father!
Wait, the Flaming Sinnoh? What?
There you go. Okay.
No, the up B.
What? The up B, yeah, it's the Flaming Sinnoh.
Okay.
If you do up B wave land into strong, that's the Flaming Sinnoh.
Okay. Oh god, while I was researching ancient history from the you know, grandfather librarian at the end of the street, we do find that Arno is going to be taking game 2 and evening this setup 1-1. Papa Slime Puffin.
Based Arno.
There we go.
Alright. Well, luckily we are not back in the death zone. I did say, I believe I said it was 1-1. For some reason I decided that Gunmario being allowed to choose Tempest Peak was a win on its own, but doesn't seem to be the option. We are instead going to go to the lower quality moon stage. Anybody who hasn't realized it before, that is genuinely just a sized up paint tool. There is no color gradient at all. It's terrible, and I love it.
I mean, it is also much less likely to be made out of cheese. Like, this one really is just a giant disc in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, that could be. It kind of depends, like, cause there's a wide variety of cheeses, Josh.
That's fair. That's fair.
That could just be some well held together Gouda, you know. That doesn't necessarily. I think this is not necessary discourse for a game, and I'm going to try and keep this brief. But what is with the deal of the assumption of the moon being cheddar?
It's got holes.
It's sort of Swiss.
Oh, it could be Swiss. That's fair. I mean, looks like a little bit of cheese coming through now from Gun Mario, though. It has been able to grab some kind of a quick kill there on that first stock, just getting a prediction coming through. Kind of checking out a couple of up smashes so far. Checking out some moves. Has been a good option there.
Oh!
Converting. Instead of going for the waveland there, just kind of running into the ground at full speed. Almost works out. Good tech there from Arno. Keeps her alive there, and a quick up air to seal out the second stock.
Yeah, and like Arno's been clutching out these last few games, right? You know, like she doesn't necessarily get ahead in the first. Oh, this is bad. Oh, really? No Gatling or no Shine Up Strong. Just gonna be the F Strong coming out from Gun Mario and throwing it out again. You know, this is why Gun Mario has 2 of those guns. But just like that,
Just take the two shots.
Yeah, taking both the shots. Yeah, you know, you only got a single shot in each of those guns.
I mean, I guess that's where the multi-hit smashes are coming through.
Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, Arno's always been on the back foot for these games, so her being in this position is something she's no stranger to, and no stranger to making the comeback, but these leads are getting further and further away, and I don't know, Gun Mario's in a much better position this time around.
Quick down smash. It's been very good. Gun Mario really holding onto the stock is going to be crucial for him to be able to take this game over Arno. It's doing a good job so far. Arno does have to find her way back to stage. Isn't quite able to do it, though, going for a little bit of a mix-up there. Not reactivating that side B early enough, and can't quite drift onto stage. That's game number 3 going into the pockets of Gun Mario.
Like, what kind of stages do you think Arno should be looking for here, Slime?
Honestly... Sorry, I just I peeked over to the request happening in the Discord. So I definitely hope.
Don't say peeked. Don't say peeked. Not during the stage select. That's okay, not funny.
Yeah, I should have said like curiosity's peaked. Actually, you know what? That would have been a good lead in. But no, we're gonna be saying Fail Gates, which I think is actually a perfectly fine pick. I know a lot of Zetterburns, at least throughout history, do not like the stage. It's really good in general against Zetters that are mostly prone to trying to kill up strong, as they cannot poke through the platforms with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't like too much of that out of Gun Mario.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's definitely a good point. It's just, unfortunately, I don't feel like we've had too much up strong from Gun Mario. But at the same time, you know, the side blast zones mean that dying off the side's a little bit harder, and Orcane with that air friction, definitely not something to be trifled with.
Yeah, and, you know, given that the platforms are a little bit of a safe haven, is somewhere where you can relax and try and set up puddles and whatnot, it's a good option for Arno. Regardless, barely missing that up air could have actually sealed out that first stock against Gun Mario. Now she has to make her way back to stage. Does make the landing come through the shine. Not quite converting into a kill there for Gun Mario. They're both sitting very high on percent at the moment. The up special comes through, and that is going to be tick number 3 for down smash.
There's definitely more than 3.
There's
got to be more than 3.
It's not more than 3.
It's not so far.
It's not? Oh my god.
It's actually like we went through like 2 entire games without a down strong kill.
Yeah,
it's actually very impressive.
Yes. There it is. Forward smash taking that one up 173 now. Gun Mario even up on stocks, but has not even out the percentage.
Yeah, but one big thing that we're seeing here is that Gun Mario doesn't have the lead this time, so Arno's no longer playing on the back foot. She can run away with this lead, and she's racking up so much damage trying to make it as difficult as possible for Gun Mario. You know, you're going to need to bring out a 3rd gun at this point.
Yeah, he's going to need to tie them all to a stick and just try to wave them around. Has been doing a pretty good job of waving stuff around so far, but I feel like a little bit more intent might be what we're looking for from Gun Mario. Just there's a lot of options usually coming out from the Zetterburn, but whether or not they're always covering potential options is kind of in question. has been doing a good job in the last little bit of just trying to get a little bit of a better read on how Arno's playing, and that is tick number 4 for down smash. Arno gets up a stock.
Oh.
And this I think that's the first Gatling we've seen.
I think so, yeah, I think you're right.
Regardless, we do have last stock apiece here. Whether or not Arno's going to be able to hold on to this lead that she's been able to build throughout the entire game, or whether or not Gunmar is going to start to run away with the small percent lead that he does have. Forward air does come through, starting to bat that Orcane to the side of the stage. She's racked up almost 70+%. Up smash doesn't quite come through. Neutral air. Wow, really good string there from Arno. Doesn't actually convert into anything, though. Can't turn that one into a kill now. 92% off the side of the stage. Gun Mario starting to hold this one very close between these two. Good catch there with the down smash. Arno off the side of the stage right now does hold on to the DI there through the F smash. Another one comes through from Gun Mario. Does get tagged up, and now the roles reverse. Forward smash trying to hold the Zetterburn off stage. The down smash isn't able to poke up through that platform, and Gun Mario starting to get a little bit desperate with these moves. Running back and forth between these two. They're not really sure where to go for this engage. Good coverage there from Arno. That's not going to quite seal it out yet. Now Gun Mario has a chance to get back to stage. Good read! Arno still unable to seal this stock out! And there's that empowered up smash, and that is point number 3 over to Arno.
Point number 3, no down smash number 5, but Arno going to be able to go ahead with the puddle boosted up strong. You know, the puddle boosted down strong not killing was actually insane to me. I completely had ridden off Gun Mario at that point.
It's very much the same.
All right, and where do you go to next?
So I very much assume Tempest Peak is still going to be off.
I hope. I desperately hope. I mean, not that Tempest Peak is necessarily a problem, but we already seen it doesn't really make sense as a pickup for Gun Mario right now. Thank God. Doesn't really make too much sense as a pickup for Gun Mario. Arno's been able to be successful there so far. So, you know, I'm glad that we're here instead. We have... Oh, actually, really good start off from Gun Mario. Quick 70%. Instead. Yeah, additionally with this, obviously, Zetterburn has a lot more options here. You were talking about just having a bit more platform room to poke. With those up smashes, up tilt obviously can't cover the platform itself, I don't think. It might be able to if it's dead center, but being able to just swat away from any plat drop attempts from Arno. So far, the stage pick has been working out for Gunmar. It's going to be whether or not he's able to seal that stock away from this Orcane, which is really where we saw him struggling at the end of last game. Did have the percentage to seal it out.
Well,
it's not going to be a problem this time. That up air comes through and is going to steal first stock for Gun Mario.
Yeah, and the dare up air going to be... Oh! You know, before I can even finish, Arno already going to be evening things right back up, trying to pull out this... you know, the set game. A bit of a lag there, but you know, Arno not in a bad position, but Gun Mario immediately trying to fire right back.
Yeah, fire indeed. Been taking a lot for Arno to really kind of find her footing, but as soon as she does, we've seen so much damage, and I think that's really where she's been finding most of her success. Kind of a misty eye there on the up smash, taking it at 83% now. Arno kind of given a freebie now, as now she gets to just rack up percentage for free.
Oh, no double jump?
Already 55%. Like you say, no double jump. Now Gun Mario has to try and make it back with minimal resources. Arno kind of gives it back in favor of just getting a cheap down smash. Look at this center stage hold. This makes it so challenging from behind to really try and get a foothold, because obviously you got to get them so much further to get them off stage and start to look at a stock. Now, Arno losing that center stage, and now she's off the side. Barely dodging out of that up smash. So high percent on both these two, but it's really looking Arno favored.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Stock off the top, and that's point number 4.
Yeah, Gun Mario is struggling really hard right now. I feel like the nerfs are definitely coming in. It's seeing a lot of flailing. Not really, especially I think the biggest thing I'm seeing is Gun Mario isn't really challenging Arno offstage at all. That's honestly like one of the biggest flaws I see right now, I think, in the game plan, because the biggest thing that Zetterburn has in this matchup is Zetterburn has some of the strongest tools in the cast to deal with most of Orcane's lower recovery mix-ups and forcing them down there and forcing Orcane to recover with the puddle. But we're not really seeing Gun Mario go off stage and actually try to go for any of the attempts with something like a Shard Shine even, or just trying to raw, just nair down there.
Yeah, Charge Shine's so particular, like so good in particular, you know, with the jump cancel immediately afterwards, making it pretty safe even on whiff. And Arno taking a lot of damage early on, but Gunmario seems willing to go for a more reserved play style, you know, trying to camp out that percent lead. But just like that, Arno, I don't really know how this game is going to end up playing out, but we're definitely seeing some interesting adjustments from Gunmario.
Yeah, it's almost like seeing that 4 pop up on the top of the screen there has kind of changed something for Gunmario. It's you know, all these stocks suddenly mean more. Unfortunately, he's going to be losing the first one there. Arno taking a you know, a decent lead so far. Good parry there. Now that lead's going to grow a little bit more. Great string to find 50%, almost 60 there onto Gunmario, and that's a good way to start to push your advantage. And suddenly Gunmario's thrown that safety to the wind, trying to steal out that stock as soon as possible. We'll see if the pressure decides to keep up. Now Arno holding that Zetterburn off the side of the stage. Like you say, it's not that just Gunmario's really not going deep for these edge guards. I don't think Arno's doing it too much either. These two are playing both very stage heavy. It's been working out so far in the favor of Arno.
Oh,
great job there to follow there with the up air. Now it could be final stock for Gunmario.
yeah, and you know, Arno once again running away with this momentum. You know, Gunmario needs to stop setting Arno on fire because she is thriving with it.
It's weird. It's almost like he's going for more risky options now they see the fire, just trying to steal stocks out earlier than he really can. See what I'm talking about? It's just going for a little bit too deep, and I think Slime's right. I think there are some nerves involved right now. Right now, Arno's looking very cool, collected, and comfortable, and just trying to, you know, to hold on to the pressure that might be coming through from Gunmario right now. That up smash, just not even worried about it, going straight into it there with the forward air. Happy to contest. 121. And there's really no fear from this Orcane, almost adding a 5th and final tick, and yes, there will be. Arno seals it out, 5-1.
She sealed out with what I believe is the 5th down strong kill. I could be wrong.
It is.
5 down strongs, 5 wins.
Yeah.
Dan, are you watching?
I mean, honestly, it's not as much as I was necessarily expecting. Obviously, that is a go-to kill option for Orcane. So kind of surprised it didn't end up coming out more, but honestly, really good job to Arno. Yeah, we are going to be, of course, moving on to Game 3. Good showing from these two.